Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another episode of XR Talk Show. Today is 2020, January 1st, in the year of our Lord, 2020, Wednesday, 4 o'clock p.m., San Francisco time. Hello, all, and we got quite a few things to talk about. And let's start start command log mod, so you can see all my Emacs commands on the left window. And let's go to talk show. So this is today's talk show topics. And let's set background color, Emily's color, Thistle. Okay, and let's make this correct size. Things needs to be correct and proper. So the correct size is something like that. And so we have a lot to talk about. I'm going to tell you about. Good morning, Kathy. Great to see you again. Thank you, Kathy, for the money. Thank you, Kathy. And good morning, Emily, and Nabi and Justin Scarify, a great mathematician. Okay, and I'm going to introduce you guys to Justin Scarify. So today's topics, I'm going to tell you the how did the massive evil rise, the rise of the evil empire. Okay, how did massive evil rise? And I'm gonna talk about, and I'm gonna do a lot Emacs workflow. That is, I'm gonna use my Emacs to work on my website. I'm gonna show you the commands and live coding and stuff. So that's one thing. The rise of evil and the Emacs workflow, and I'm gonna tell you about some movies. Okay, movies and musicals, and okay, and today it's going to be more than 1 hour. So good morning, Justin Scarify. Good morning, Dan Morris. Okay, so let me tell you guys about Justine. Justine, who is a disabled person, a mathematician, disabled and Chinese. He from China. Hey, Justine. So if you have any new info, just type in the chat. Okay. So in XR Discord, if you have not already joined, okay, we have all the weird people and the fringe, okay, fringe of society, kind of weird, okay, most of most of you guys, all the weird, and those of you failed and or disabled in one way or another. Okay, so Justine. So let me show you. Let me tell you guys. Let me introduce Justine. Okay, uh, Justine. If I um, if I didn't do any justice, correct me. Okay, Justine Scarify. So he's from China, and he's a mathematician, and he has disabilities. Okay, and so let me show you some of the. Let me tell you the story. And he won a Canadian math competition, Canadian Mathematical Society or something. You know, those competitions are very hard, extremely hard. So he got a perfect score when he was young. He was born with some sort of heart disease. Okay, so anyway, so for a year or so he cannot speak. You know, he can just blink his eyes like Stephen Hawking. You know, the guy, the famous physicist. What's his name? Stephen Hawking. Let me find the. Hold on a second. Let me find the post. Okay. So I'm gonna find the post. Just give me a second. Okay. Uh, so Justine is one great mathematician. You know, he's in the. Okay. So let's go here. Jump to. Good morning, Vulcan. Okay, so introducing Justin Scarify and Alan Bundy. Okay, so there's a lot to talk about. Okay, so um, let me read of these this side panel here. Okay, first of all, let me show you this. So how have you guys been going? Yo Vulcan. Vulcan is a FreeBSD fanatic. A FreeBSD expert, and he's coding FreeBSD and contributing code every day. Like he's telling us he's contributed to the FreeBSD operating system. He's posting the stuff which I don't understand. So wait, let me get this one thing at a time. Okay, let me talk about Justine. Um, where is Justine stuff? Okay, hold on a second. Discord, you have so much stuff, it's hard to find. So if you have not already joined Discord, okay, sorry Discord, you can find the link on my website, on my YouTube, and bunch of other places. Where the fuck is that? Okay, here. So first of all, let me show you. So this photo. So this is Justine with his advisor. So Justine is right currently a research mathematician. So here is a photo. Stephen. What's this guy's name? Stephen Hawking, right? So he's on wheelchair, and so is Justine on wheelchair. And right now, Justine is a mathematician, research mathematician at British Columbia University, and seems also Oxford University. Okay, so I'm honored to know Justine. I'm no mathematician. So and Justine is researching. His specialty is number theory. Okay, analytic number theory. And so you can see his room, his books. All these are, I know what those books are. All these are math books, like graduate level math books. You see those yellow covers? Those are published um, by Springer Verlag. Okay, so do we have a high resolution photo? There it is. Oh, okay, so it's not high resolution. And so anyway, that's Justine's home or office, something like that. And okay, so Justine, are you still here? Like, say something. Say hi to uh, people. Say hi. So anyway, so what else? Anything else? Justine, anything else interesting? Oh, Alan Bundy. So Alan Bundy apparently is one of Justine's advisor or something. Alan Bundy is a mathematician in United Kingdom, UK. So Alan Bundy is a professor at the School of Informatics at University of Edinburgh, known for his contribution to automated reasoning, especially to proof planning, the use of meta-level reasoning to guide proof search. So he's, you know, so there is, homotopy type theory, which is a buzzword among programmers. You might have heard of that, and it's basically doing proofs by computer. So Alan Bundy is one of the uh, leader, let's say, or something, or pioneer, one of them. Okay, so that's about that, I guess. So you can, if you go to Discord and search for Justin, you can find his curriculum vital, something like that, his resume. So, for example, here's a photo he showed, and this photo is Justin at Clay Mathematics Institute. Now, this is an institute that has the millennial math problems. That is 7 problems, and if you solve one of them, you get $1 million. So this is Clay Math Institute, and Justin Scarify is either visiting a lecturer or something, a member or something. Okay, so that's about. I guess that's about Justin. And Justin has some questions. Like he always Unimath. Okay, Unimath is the new foundation of mathematics. Justin, he's a research mathematician, so he have talked to all the, many of the top mathematicians, around the world. And one of the thing I learned from Justin told me is that he is starting to do proof systems. Starting to get into this univalent mathematics. Univalent mathematics is kind of is it's basically homotopy type theory. They are related. But anyway, the proper name is univalent mathematics. That's a new foundation of math. And this foundation is amenable to doing math by computer. So the traditional foundation of math based on set theory and first order logic, they are solid, but they are not amenable to doing math proofs by using computer. It's hard because the approach is incompatible. So there is this guy who created this univalent mathematics. So actually, we have a lot to talk about that math block. Okay, let me show you. So we have this guy, Vladimir Vovodsky. He died like 2 years ago. He created the univalent mathematics, a new approach, a foundation of math. By the way, if you are a programmer, if you are a Haskell programmer, you might have heard of homotopy type theory, category theory. They are all kind of related, okay, but not the same, okay. So, as my typical rant goes, if you are a Haskell programmer, stop it. Stop your Haskell shit, okay? You don't know nothing about math. You don't, stop learning category theory, okay? It's shit. So anyway, so this is univalent mathematics, and that's where and it's also related to it's heavily tied to COG, the language COG, okay, COG. It's called assistant proof uh, system. So this is a programming language, but it's not exactly like a programming language. It's anyway. So you can learn this. I'm going to learn this. I've been wanting to learn this for a long time. Okay, Justine Scarf, where are you? Say some things. Justine Scarify. Okay, so that's about Justine then. That's it. Yeah, so Vladimir Vodorsky, he created this theory, which I plan to learn in the next 5 years. So that is about that. Okay, and Justine always asked a bunch of kind of strange questions, like very general questions. I don't know what's his issue. Like, okay, so Justine says Donald Knuth does Lex interview. Okay, yeah, I don't like that guy. Okay, so I have a YouTube watcher whose name is I forgot at the moment, but anyway, he was he introduced me to this guy. Lex Friedman. Okay, let me show you this guy. Lex Friedman. You might know because he do a lot of YouTube videos. He's somewhat popular. If you are interested in artificial intelligence, so this is the guy. Hold on a second. YouTube is loading. So this guy, Lex Friedman, he's a YouTuber. He's a AI researcher. He's well known. You can find a Wikipedia article about him, Lex Friedman, this guy. So he's doing YouTube now, almost every 2 days or so. He's got a new video, and the video content is usually interviewing other artificial intelligence related um, celebrities. For example, you go to his channel, you can see he interviewed Elon Musk. He interviewed this Michi Kaku, is famous physicist. You know, I don't like this celebrity type of guy. I like Elon Musk, but this Michi Kaku, he's popular physicist. Okay, so Lex Friedman interviewed many of these people. Eric Winston, Jim Gates. I don't know who is Jim Gates. He interviewed Donald Knuth. So he interviewed many of the celebrities, mathematicians or programmers or famous programmers, physicists, or those involved in artificial intelligence. And so I have watched by now maybe five or so of his videos. Lex Friedman. I don't like that guy. Okay, I don't like this Lex Friedman guy. What's the reason? Yeah, I just don't like him. I don't like his interviews. What is the reason? The reason, it's hard to pinpoint the reason. The reason seems to be he's doing these YouTube videos as a show. The kind of like semi educational, semi um, entertainment, and the target audience are you know programmers or scientists in artificial intelligence research. But I just don't like his show. So I'm going to stop watching him. I subscribe to him, but I don't like his stuff. But anyway, so you could watch, so Elon Musk and many celebrities has been interviewed by him, so you can watch them. But still, I just don't like the way he interviews. That's just personal opinion. I don't have nothing against him. Yeah, I just don't like his show. That is all. So anyway, that's Lex Friedman. Okay, and also he also interviewed Stephen Wolfram. So you go to his channel, you'll find actually that's not an interview. He introduced Stephen Wolfram. Then Stephen Wolfram talked for an hour or two. Anyway, so that's about Lex Friedman. So it looks like Justin Scarify is very fond of this guy because Justin Scarify has posted, the Lex Friedman's video a few times. Okay, so that's about that. So let's go to the next topic. So we have so many topics now. I already talked for how long? 20 minutes, so we can never finish. So yeah, so the language is called coq because coq is French. It's from France, by France scientists in France, and coq means, I think it means cock. The male chicken, the male fowl. That's what it means in France in French. So Kathy says it's first time I saw people owning and probably finishing all the GMT books. Graduate math something books. What's GMT? So what time? How long have I been talking? So let's see. 14 people watching. Okay. So I've been talking for 20 minutes. So let's see. Douglas Packard just came from your old video on math foundation and homotopy type theory. Great, thank you. Wilkin says, oh no, I have a feeling Xia may see the long conversation between me and Cezanne. Yes, this morning, something like that. Maybe you want to skip over it. There is some secret hidden there. No, I will see it. I have eyes all over. So you guys, fringe of society. That that's what we are. That's what I gather. I collect. I lead. I attract the fringes of society. Uh, I've been trying to tell you guys. That's not what I want to be. You wanna do something. You want to do something that get out of your shithole, uh, change society. Don't hide in the underground. Things like that. Interesting things are in the research papers. Okay, so you are talking about Justin Scarify research papers, right? So Justin Scarify has posted his resume. Okay, in for programmers, when you apply for a job, you send in your resume. That's a stupid word. Okay, a resume basically it's a list of what you've done. It represents yourself. But in academia, for those in academia, professors or PhD students in academia, you call that curriculum. How they call that VC? Okay, vital. That's a Latin, something like that. It's pompous. So these fucking pompous words, academians like, including the word resume itself. It's a fucking idiotic word. Okay, so anyway, Justin Scarify has his resume, and you can see his stuff. Okay, somewhere in this link, somewhere here. It'll take some time to find it. Anyway, so let's get on to the next topic. Let's investigate Bourbaki group. Okay, I don't like the Bourbaki group neither. Okay, I don't the fucking Bourbaki. The group, let me tell you. Okay, I'm starting to get onto a rant, and today's rant is it will not be the typical Unix rant against the Unix fuckheads, but mathematicians. Some of their stuff I don't like. And one of the thing the Bourbaki group introduced is, let me tell you, injection. The fucking injection, a jargon. Okay, let me tell you. Let me tell you about that injection. You guys need to study math. Okay, because from what I know, you guys, most of you guys are programmers. Well, that's what I do too. I'm not, much of a mathematician. So you guys don't know math, but so when I talk to when I in my video when I start to talk about math, basically it becomes like entertainment purposes. You listen, then you forget. That's not what I want. I want is people. We actually learn something. But anyway, injection. Okay? So injection. Um, Is it called injection? I forgot. Okay, so anyway, math. So you have bijection. Um, so in math, you have one-to-one function and onto function. One-to-one function. Okay, and you have a function that's onto. Okay, so that's two kind of characteristics of function, not characteristics but classification kind of. So and then okay, let me just show you this. Okay, the Bourbaki group introduced this idiotic jargon, despicable jargon, non-intuitive, and there it is: injective, subjective. They are ass. It is introduced by the Bourbaki group. Okay, but you guys probably don't know what I'm talking about. What is Bourbaki group? Bourbaki group is a group of mathematicians a group of anonymous mathematicians in the from 1920s to today. But most active, they are famous basically around, let's say, 1940s or something, for 20 years, 30 years. So they are a group of anonymous mathematicians, like 6 or 10 of them. The membership comes and go. So okay, so let me just tell you. Okay, Bourbaki. Okay, I'm actually not in the position to criticize them because I'm not really qualified. Because at best I'm just a graduate. I have a degree. I don't have a degree in math, but what I know is basically undergraduate. So anyway, this is a Bourbaki group. Okay, Nicholas Bourbaki. That's a pen name. So this group of mathematicians, they are the best mathematicians. Okay, they are the top mathematicians, and they get together and use the pen name, and they wrote several volumes of math. And this is the force of their. This is why they become famous. The Bourbaki. For a period of time, nobody know who they are. But however, you just know that there are several volumes of mathematics written by Nicholas Bourbaki. Okay, you don't know what that is. And so this group of mathematicians wrote these several volumes of these math books. And these books, their goal is that they want to capture the entirety of modern mathematics in one coherent set of books. So the entire all we know about mathematics, they want to capture in this set of books. This is the reason why Bourbaki become famous. If you are studying math, you know this. Okay, it's like Donald Knuth. Donald Knuth is known by every hackers, every programmer. Every day is like, oh, Donald Knuth this, Donald Knuth that, not Donald Knuth this, that. Fuck. Okay, Donald Knuth. I don't like a single thing created by Donald Knuth. The tech crap, garbage, tech and like tech, a pestilence in among mathematicians and in programming community. Every hacker types, the Unix people, they drivel about tech and la tech every day. They don't even know what's going on. They have no idea. They just why it's popular? Because it's free. Open source is free. It's like drugs. Free cigarette, guys. Free cigarette. That's why Unix and the tech and LaTeX becomes very popular. I have an article on that, and I talked about tech and LaTeX in my previous videos, so you can check that out. So anyway, back to Bourbaki. So this group, these mathematicians created this whole set of math books that captures the entirety of modern math. At least that's their goal. So it's huge. It's a huge work. It's epic. it's a opus. You know, so anyway, so in but when they created this set of books, they have certain styles that they have to follow certain approach, so that the entire body of work is coherent. Anyway, that is my introduction to what is this Nicholas Bourbaki thing. Now, if you study math, you know this. Okay, it's known among all mathematicians. So that's Bourbaki. So um, but you see, the thing is, just like programming languages, you have many different styles, approaches. So the approach, so they base their book on set theory, with rigor, extreme rigor, set theory and first order logic. So it's great. But also they introduced some jargons. Okay, they introduced some jargons, uh, which is reasonable, and it's almost even it's necessary too. But one of the jargon they introduced I happens to do not like. That is subjective function and injective function. Those are idiotic names. This created by this group. Injective function. So they call a function one-to-one function. One-to-one function. They call it injection or injective function, and and onto function they call it subjective function. Idiotic. Okay, to the extreme. Now, if you are not, mathematics, you should know what is one-to-one function, okay, and what is onto function. If you don't know, I'm not going to explain it. It's very easy to understand, okay, but I know most of you guys are programmers, so you probably heard of it, but not sure exactly what it is. But anyway, if you are studying math, which I do recommend, stop your programming stuff. Stop your Haskell fuck. Okay, stop your Haskell category theory fuck. Stop it right away. This study this thing, surjective function, injective function, bijection. These are more fundamental than your category monad fuck. So anyway, I'm not going to explain one-to-one function, because if I start to explain it, it's like basic math, and if you guys are not interested, it's like entertainment. Okay, injection, bijection, Bourbaki group. Okay, so that's about that. Uh, so I talked a lot. I have lots of topics to go through, but I don't think we can finish today. We barely begin. I didn't even begin. All I did was introduction of Justin Scarify. Scarify. Okay, we didn't even begin. Okay, so you like the art of programming volume 1. I don't like the art of programming. I don't like a single thing done by Donald Knuth. Injection. Okay, so AA is explaining injection. So let me show it. I'm not going to read it though, because that'll take too much time for me. I'm not sure it's correct. I hope you wrote it correctly. Okay, injection. So I don't know what's your guys' background. So I'm just doing my talk show. So if I'm incorrect about you, I'm not talking. So anyway, so I like the art of computer programming volume. Okay, Paul Dural says there is a LaTeX-based Emacs. Kathy says probability and set theory seems to be an easier entry point than Bourbaki group in reasoning. Uh, well, it's not an you see the Bourbaki books, they are not entry points. They are nothing about entry points. They are for professional mathematicians. You know, like you have a PhD, that's not enough. Typically once you have a PhD, then you do postdoc. Like you spend 4 years wandering around, postdoc, do research work. Then possibly you become assistant professor. Typically that's the way, that's a step. Then assistant professor or lecturer. Then you become professor, like real professor. There's a rank just like in military. So anyway, so the Bourbaki books, they are not introduction and they are not intro. They are for the humanity. They are for the they are permanent work. They capture the entirety of modern mathematics in one coherent set. So that's the goal. So it's not about introduction to math or something like that at all. So it's almost like encyclopedia, but it's in a sequential way. So anyway, it's a monumental work in math. So it's not about a specific topic, per se. For example, it's not about their approach about probability. They don't even. I don't think they cover probability. I don't know. I haven't read. I haven't even seen the book. Okay, so I'm just giving you a layman's a layman's impression. So okay, so Haskell and out there, even Haskell and Cats the what? Uh, so okay, so let's go to the next topic. Let's do some Emacs. Okay, so I'm going to show you. Yeah, let's just talk random then. I'm going to show you some Emacs. Emacs. Okay, let me show you a song. Okay, so I want to go to this song. Open in Brave. Open link in Brave. And turn on JavaScript. Okay, I don't want fucking Google translation extension. I don't want spyware installed. Okay, don't ask me. Fuck. So here is a DOTA song from China. This is about 20 years ago. Now, the lyrics is in Chinese, so this is fan created song. So it's fantastic. I love it. I never played Dota, so I don't even know what. I watched videos of it on YouTube, but I don't know anything about it in detail. But however, I find the song to be fantastic. But because also this song, this song is so this is a Chinese song. It's kind of a meme. In Western, in English speaking world, you have lots of memes. Sometimes it's a song, and so this is kind of a meme in China. And the lyrics, it's amazing. So it's quite funny. Successful means they are successful for a reason. Successful means not they. You can't just create something that becomes a means. Successful means they capture the mentality of thought, and sometimes for a song or some lyrics or poem, they are actual poems. Yes, they are. They are actual poems, but for example, in a internet slang style. You can if you don't have talent, you write it, it doesn't work. Many of the memes or even pictures, they are created by very talented people. So anyway, this is one of them, but it's in the Chinese gamer community, and I read it. It's fantastic. Okay, so but what I'm going to show you is that I'm going to steal this YouTube video into my own website. So back to my Emacs. So you see this is a link to my local link. So I open it. So this is the HTML source code for that page. Show in browser. You can see. And let's go to the YouTube section. So here, this line, that's a YouTube link. So I'm going to steal it, okay? So I'm going to steal this YouTube link. So let me show you what I do. So this is kind of for those of you Emacs users, a kind of a demo or workflow. So I copy that, split the window, go to a directory, II, okay? Go to the diet, go to the directory, and start eShell. So I'm in shell. So let's look. So I'm going to type YouTube download UTD, okay, and that expand to the YouTube download command line. Okay, that's a great software. That software is for you to steal YouTube videos. So now I paste the URL for the YouTube. I press enter. It's going to download that song. Usually, not usually, but almost always, I have concern about copyright. I personally do not just grab copyrighted stuff. But in this case, it's okay because this is, first of all, this is from China. This music is, music is by someone else, and like memes, memes where everyone participate. You know, you know, so it's hard to trace exactly who created it and who sings it. I know who sings it, this girl, okay, but it's hard to find their real name and stuff. Anyway, so you see the okay. Let me show you. Okay, so the command finish download. Okay, actually, let me show you that command. So here's my tutorial about that command. Linux command to download YouTube video. So you guys can go and grab it. And let's go back to my Excel talk show. Okay, so hold on a second. There it is. Okay, and now let's go back to Emacs. Now the download has been completed. Now I go to the directory, refresh. So you see my command option downloaded the multiple formats. The one I want is this one, MKV, that contains both the video and audio. So I call a command to copy the file path. Okay, and now I go back to the page. Okay, and go to the top, paste the path, and press a key, and it becomes a YouTube video link. Show in browser. There it is. This one on top. Now, because I'm in Firefox, Firefox does not support this MKV format. So Firefox kind of sucks. So you have to show this page in Chrome. So let's open in Brave. So there it is. Why is this keep asking fuck? So now I can play it. So we got that YouTube, and there are more things I want to do. You see, this link, the file name I need to change. Okay, you see, so I'm going to call a command that will change the file name on the fly. So I call it and I type a new name. So let's type DOTA song, okay, and insert a random string. Enter. You see, that's a new name. Fantastic. I don't even have to go to the diet, rename it, then go back to HTML and change the link. I do it in one shot because all these personal commands on the left window you can see on the pink panel. So now I go to diet here and refresh. You can see there it is, the new name, and the others I don't need anymore. So delete them, press a key, good. Okay. There's one more thing I want to do because this II directory is a temp directory. I don't want this file in this directory. I want to be in the I directory. So again, I close diet, I close eShell, close that. So again, let me do another change. So let me call the rename command again, /i/. Okay, so you see it's renamed. In fact, it's changed to a different directory. So, and here I'll just say, okay, over here that's a YouTube link. I don't need it anymore. So remove all the tags. Copy the line. Back here, paste it, show in browser. Fantastic. And I need to change the date. You see, today's date is, last change is 2018, 2 years ago. So I'm going to press 3 keys to change the date. Now watch. 1, 2, 3. Done. You see, it's 2020 now. So show in browser again. 2020, January 1st, it's updated. Now, go to eShell again. Let's call XAR interactive abbrev. Now I got that expansion. Enter. Type password. And it's uploaded to my website, synced to my web hosting server. There it is. It's still uploading. Oh, DOTA typo. Oh, I got data. Okay, so I need to change it. Okay, hold on. Let's wait for this to finish. So what do you think of the Emacs application framework? What Emacs application framework? What do you mean? What are you talking about? Translate because you are Chinese. So I thought about translating this song into English, but it's not easy because it's very difficult. Because we are talking about kind of a verse here, like poetry, literature, verse. And this verse is not a tradition, it's an online meme. It's a verse of Chinese online memes, filled with the gamers in China, their jargons and puns, things like that. So it would be very hard for me to translate. I love translation, but this will be too hard. You can, DuckDuckGo search it. I don't want to search it. I mean, tell me what it is. Because we have tons of other topics. So anyway, so now I've done. So you see, right now you are looking at the local version. So we go back to this is my website, Xali Music, domain name. Now refresh. You see, the YouTube is gone. Now we just have this, my version, my own. I mean the version on my website. So this is great, and of course you can also download it. Modern technology, embedded video. Okay, so let's go back, fix the name. So you see, I got data. This should be DOTA. So rename it, call the command again, DOTA. Okay, done. Okay, close this. Okay, before we close it, I want to copy the file path of this URL. It's done. Close it, save it. Now use sub bookmarks, type music. Then this is my music blog. Okay, so then create a new section, paste the file path, linkify, put a paragraph, show in browser. So this is my music blog, and now there's a new entry, DOTA. Okay, so and now I need to make a RSS link. So let's do that. Okay, so it's done. Actually, let me show you the command window. Okay, so it's done. You can see this is the new entry there. Close it, show in browser. Close it. Okay, that finished one thing. I have a lot other things I want to tell you. Today's main topic we have not begun yet. By the way, if you go to my music blog, you can see this song. Okay, this is Chinese social media, TikTok. They have all these memes and stuff, And this video is like 15 minutes or something. You watch it, you see all the young Chinese beautiful young girls, like a collection of them doing their things. It's very similar to uh, memes in English speaking world. You have girls, they do their things. So what is the okay? So what do you think of? Okay, so the Google Translate pop-up, does it appear because you have set language preferences? No, I don't have set language preferences. It began to pop up, uh, last week or something. So AA says it's an effort to extend Emacs with PYQT. It integrates a web browser, a PDF viewer, a video player. That's no good. I can tell you right away. Don't use it. Never use it. That's my personal style. Okay. PYQT. What is PYQT? I don't like those things. Okay. Many of the Emacs fans, they love it. Like you have this XV something, Emacs XV something, that which embeds on Linux. It embeds the X11 Windows system inside Emacs. So instead of having a browser, window, Emacs window and other application terminal, instead now you have like just Emacs, and browser is inside it as a window, or multiple windows. Everything is inside Emacs. People are like that. I don't like that. Okay, I do not recommend it, and I think it's crap. It's a worst hack. It's a fuck. Okay, it's a fucked up way to do things. I do not recommend it at all. Emacs, let it just be Emacs. Okay, powerful in text manipulation. No hack. You see, basically I don't like hack of any kind. So don't do that. Windowing system is windowing system. Emacs is just Emacs. Okay, text, primarily text things. Okay, so that's about that. And by the way, also the X11 is one of the worst hack possible. Okay, I'm not going to start to begin a Unix rant, because I talked about that in tens of my past videos. It's gonna be 1 hour on X11. X11 is one of the most fucked up in the entire history of computing. Okay, X11. That is why now after 30 years, that is why today you got people, the Linux people, they say, oh, have you tried the new windowing system? what, what is that new windowing system? That um, the computers are not a hack. What's the new windowing system? I don't remember the names. Okay, so it's old. It's old story because I've been ranting on it since 1991. Since 1991, today young people you don't know the history. Since 1991, I mean, yeah, well, I be since 1990s there's X11 is known to be the worst fuck possible since 1990s. Okay, but because you have code, people don't know that you fight, you don't change. So now it's after 30 years, after 30 40 years, then people start to realize, oh, X11 can no longer work anymore. We really need to change it. We really need to change it. So Wayland, yes, thank you. Thank you, Emily. Yeah, so these days the young people, they say, oh, have you tried yet Wayland yet? Oh, you need to install your Wayland. Fuck. So in my eyes, you guys are just like the flow, the flow of history. It's just it's your turn. Tomorrow, goodbye. It's like you don't know what is really good or what is bad. It's just fad. Okay, Wayland today, Wayland is a fad now, but you don't know the history of it. You don't know why you don't know why you don't know, like every hacker knows back in 1990s X11 is one of the worst fuck possible. Okay, everyone knows. Well, but however, you have the Unix phonetics, Unix code. Every day is like you don't they wipe this information out. They argue against. They say, oh, X11 is the best thing. It's a server. It's the first server-based GUI protocol. Fuck. Okay, it's the first networked, windowing system. It's far ahead of Windows. Fucking my ass. Okay, X11. It's well known. What I'm saying is that this is well known back in 1990. Okay, because there's articles. Every hacker knows. Have heard about. Read that. X11, the worst. I did a video about that before. But anyway, so this is well known. Okay. But the Unix philosophy, the Unix code people, they don't, they keep chanting the Unix code. Then Unix become obsolete, becomes Linux, and FreeBSD is still hanging around. Okay, you guys, FreeBSD, this or that, is still hanging around. But anyway, Linux took over. Okay, Linux took over. So and now after so then 2000s passed, then now today is 2010, and today is 2020, and now the new generation, the Linux people, they are like, oh, Wayland, have you tried Wayland yet? Oh god, you must replace, you must. It's a fashion. It's like, this has been happening 30 years ago. This is no, it's like what can I say? I mean, there are also people older than me, right? It's just generally. I'm not sure what to say about that. Because it's what I'm saying is that it's not right, because so today you have people fanatics about Waylands. They are saying, oh, by the way, so they think they know things. These young people, they think, oh, you don't know, you haven't heard of Wayland. Oh my God, you are not studying hard enough. They know Wayland. Oh, I'm using Wayland on this system. I'm using Wayland on this Arch Linux or whatever. Oh, I'm using Wayland on FreeBSD or this that. They think it's hot. They think they are on the edge, bleeding edge of technology or something. But They you know. So my point is that they don't know. You know, it's the reality is. So let me tell you what. So what's wrong? What's wrong with this mentality? What is wrong? The reality is the Linux, the Unix, the worst possible operating system in every design. The complete entire garbage, but you don't know it. You think it's the pioneer of technology. In some way, that's true. Okay, but let me be dramatic. So, in my opinion, the Unix is the entire fucked up system. It and it becomes the most popular. Somewhat, it still doesn't kill Microsoft, even though it's free. It's quite a fucking insult. Okay, why haven't Linux replaced killed Microsoft? Because Linux sucks donkey ass. Even when it's free, the most powerful way to spread shit, it still doesn't replace Microsoft because the Linux in comparison is the worst shit possible. It's espoused by you guys, the nerds, the underground hacking, or people got problems in a niche, forever in a niche. Like you don't go out anywhere, you don't see the light. And meanwhile, Google is chanting open source, controlling the world, and Microsoft now it's even bigger than 20 years ago. 20 years ago, when open source rose, we think, oh, Microsoft might die, but no, it's 10 times more powerful. Okay, so what is my point about that X11, the Wayland? It's the thing. You see, the thing is that you have the worst system possible. You don't realize it. In fact, you have a code that chants that says 1 + 1 = 3. That X11 is the best. The first GUI, network system, GUI based things like that. You have that complete fake news, for 30 years. And now it's like, and now final, because you cannot sustain it, because that's not truth. Truth, fake, false things cannot sustain forever. So now, after 30 years, now you have a panic because X11 cannot no longer last forever. You need really need to change it. So now they start to do Wayland, but Wayland is not going to just take over because you have 30 years of baggage deeply entwined on Unix. So that's the situation. That is my my rant, my hatred about the Unix thing. So this is, you might say this is an example of the Unix damage, a harm, a deep harm to computing society, to the world. That is my personal opinion. Okay, that is the nature of Xa Talk Show. Wayland. When it's gonna happen? Like I can show you articles. God. Okay, I now we digress into this, so I have to show you articles, I guess. Xali Unix Pestilence. Fuck Unix. This article is written in 2002. Okay, Unix Haters Handbook. In there, there's a chapter, the worst fuck of the X11 system. But let me show you where. Okay, I'm gonna show you this. Yeah, I have actually an article on that. X11, then Mac. Mac is BSD. Look at how far. This is history, man. This is history. This page is written in 2002. Okay, 2003, and back then it's like Mac. Is Mac Unix or not Unix? This code fuck. And BSD, this is a classic. I like BSD logo. I like this logo the best. Okay, not the new fuck. This is fantastic logo. BSD, and we have so this is the Unix history. This one is stupid. I don't like this one, but it's kind of popular among the nerds. Berkeley. Okay, so this is a fantastic comics. Okay, this this is um, this is Graybeard Graybeard comics, the origin of Unix back then in 1980s or 1970s. Okay, this Unix Unix pipes. You got these Unix pipes and buckets and null. Okay, close that. Actually, copy the link and go to my Emacs. So we are not going to talk about my main topics today. So we just close that. So the article I want to show you about X11 thing, and this chick is beautiful. And this is 20 years ago, so she is now 40s, I guess. This is Linux World 2000 history. Things come and go, and you have next, you have BOS, which failed because Apple, you know, because evil Apple. Software engineering paradigm and practice, computer languages, Unix tool and software. Okay, so all these are old. Okay, these are written in year 2000s. These are the things that's hot. Every programmer is driveling about it. Have you used Apache? You must move to Apache. Every fucking nuts is driveling about this and pro FTPD and X in net D. I don't know if you guys still know this. You guys, the Unix tech heads. In Unix you have inetd, which is a daemon that processes the networking jobs. Okay, so basically every anyway, it's been a long time when I was doing this seriously. Samba, I dived into Samba for months to the technical details of Samba, which it actually is a Microsoft protocol. So anyway, X. Okay, so X. So here is the X Windows. Okay, and CVS. That's the old version control system. That's their logo. Then you have Subversion. Um, then you have rsync, Unison, GCC, GNU PG, MySQL, Postgres. Yeah. So the thing I want to show you is actually I don't have the logo. Okay, I have the logo. Okay. Okay. Anyway, let me show you this. Okay, this article. This the X Windows Disaster. If you have not read it yet, go read it. Okay, Don Hopkins. He's still around. He's often on Hacker News. He's also on Twitter, and he followed me this year or last year. Well, I emailed him a few times since I think even since 1990s. Don Hopkins, he's a Mathematica programmer. He is a X11 expert. Okay, he ported SimCity to X11. But anyway, he wrote this article. This is 1994. Okay, this is one chapter in the Unix Haters Handbook. X11 is the worst fuck possible. And then I have maybe another article somewhere. It's not linked here. I don't know where. Maybe I deleted it. But back in year 2000, there's another project. As early as 1999. Okay, there's a project that is intended to replace the fuck X11. That didn't go anywhere because I think that guy, just it just became vaporware. So what is the name? Let me try to find the name. Since I'm doing the show, I might as well go into detail. Does anyone know the name? Anyone, you guys old bees? The real story behind Wayland and X, love X, hate Wayland. Okay, so love X, hate Wayland. And today you have System D. Okay, I'm kind of outdated, so I haven't really know the technical details of Unix and Linux. And things change. Today most of you are on, most vast majority of people actually are using phones. They don't even have a laptop. Okay, so they are using phones, iPhone, Android. And if you look at phones, their operating system is rather entirely different from Linux, Unix. Okay, like on Unix or Linux, I know every directory structure. Okay, so let me show you. Let's go to E shell. Okay, so CD, actually not, okay, CD to the root directory. Okay, and now let's go to the root directory. Okay, so if you are if you are a sysadmin, you know very well the Unix directory structure. You know almost every file, what's their purpose. Now on the Mac, it's a bit different, okay, but it still have the similar things. I'm on a Mac, you can see it's a bit. So you have bin, which holds all the most fundamental core command line utilities. But usually you have sbin, which is the core, the more fundamental command line utilities. Okay, that's in sbin. Then you have bin. Then you have okay, on the Mac, the directory structure is a bit different. They don't have all the Unix ones. So you have act. So on the Mac, the act becomes private act. Anyway, so I haven't been doing with these kind of things for a long time, for 10 years now, over 10 years. But what I'm saying here is that, you see, so I know all these. I know every file, every single file in Unix system by heart. Okay, and that's what you should do too. If you are a sysadmin or a programmer, if you want to be a good one, every heart, every file, every single file. You know why it's there. What's the purpose in the Unix entire Linux? Okay, you don't have Unix now. Linux, entire Linux root directory. Okay, that's what you should do. But what I'm trying to say here is that things change. So today, vast majority programmers, I mean, even if you are on Linux, you don't even know what the fuck is in these directories. But anyway, that's not even it. You see, most people are using iPhone or Android. Most people, and you ask them. I mean, even you guys, okay. Like, I want to know, is there a tutorial or something so I can know every file structure on Android or iPhone, right? Yeah, the iOS or Android. I want to know, but it seems very, very few people know. There are people who knows that for sure. That's my goal. If I'm going to, I don't use the phone. I have a phone. I got this phone about 2 or 3 years ago, and this is my first smartphone. Okay, but I don't use it much. There's nothing. I don't install nothing. I I use it only for let's see. Anyway, so what's the braver word? So there it is, my phone. So this is a cheap one, the cheapest I can get. Motorola 6G, G6 or something. I got it because I have to travel. When you travel these days, you need a phone. Otherwise, it's kind of necessary, because back in the days you have public phone booth. Remember that. You don't have that. You need a phone. So, but I don't have a number, because I don't have a phone number now. So anyways, so I asked people. So if you are using Android or iPhone, you should know. I mean, at least from my generation, you should know every file. The structure. I hope someone can just tell me simply like in 10 minutes I can learn a whole lot, what's the structure, how they work, what's the iOS exactly. But it seems, you don't find those kind of mentality or people anymore. Like if I ask on Twitter, I asked you Emily. Emily knows a lot of things, but I asked Emily one day, she doesn't know. I think Crash Hacker, the BSD hacker, and I asked some of you guys don't know. Uh, and someone said, I don't remember, who, but someone said, oh, it's just Linux. that's that's not a good answer, man. That's not a good answer. What I'm talking about is I want someone, and you should be have a lot of people, you nuts, like someone can just tell me exactly what's every file, what's their directory structure, how the operating system works. But it's hard to get those kind of uh, people anymore. And also these days you search, it's not even, you cannot find the information anymore. It's hard. Like for example, I want to know what's every directory structure, every file on Android OS. It's hard to find those information. It's hard to relatively hard. Okay, it's not like before. So what am I so we were talking about X11. Okay, I think that's it for today. I was going to talk about today's topic. There is this fantastic topic about the rise of evil, but um, but I think that's gonna be next day. And also there's quite a few Emacs stuff I want to talk about. So this Cabaret, okay, you guys go watch it, okay, Cabaret. Watch this movie. This movie is about the rise of evil, how it rises. And in my opinion, today we have similar, and that the name of that is social justice. That's the rise of the massive evil. I'm talking about massive scale. You see, evil doesn't come to be. For example, in this case, you recognize this thing. Let me show you a few screenshots. Okay, you go watch Cabaret. Okay, it's a great film. Okay, so let me copy. Okay, I have a link here, so you can go to my. Let's do a sync to my website. I need to close my window. Actually, it becomes dark. So how long have I been talking? 14 people watching still. 1 hour and 20 minutes. Okay, we're gonna shut down. You see, I need to close my window because you see it's dark here, and you can see people outside can see clearly me, and there it is, my system. Let's see. So there it is. So you go watch. Let me show you this. Okay, so you go watch them. So it's uploaded to my website. So open new buffer, paste. So today's class, today talk show. You go there, you can find the links to this Cabaret movie, okay? And so evil, in my opinion, evil did not rise because there's some Darth Vader. Okay, it's not like one guy who created all the evil. No, evil usually, I'm talking about massive scale evil, like killing millions of people. They usually, rise from within. That is, the people, all the people, the billion, the millions of people, they all together agree and created that. And today in in USA, we already have that evil USA. For example, let me give you a few examples. First example is this thing. Now, this thing you guys are familiar. Every day in America or in Europe, every day this thing. Okay, you are familiar. This is the first. This is if you are a white person, this is the first thing that comes in your mind because in your mind you have nothing else. This is the only thing you know. You are obsessed with this thing, this evil. Okay. Now let me give you some other examples. The American wiped out American Indians entirely. So that's several millions entirely. How did that happen? How did that happen? Is there one evil guy? No, but rather it's all the people. You see, all the people did that together. They did it together. We are in it together, guys. So they did it, and let's say so that is like 200 years ago, 300 years ago, and today we have. Well, the Iraq War, 600,000 dead. You don't even. So, what does it mean to you? What does it mean to you guys, my fellow Americans? What does it mean to you? 600,000 Iraq people, civilians, died in 2004 to 2006. What does it mean to you? It means we go to Starbucks and drink coffee and and talk about the philosophy, talk about how great power must have great responsibility. That's what it means. 600,000 dies. That's what. So that is evil. So why did that happen? Because each of us wanted that. Okay, for one reason or not, we may be ignorant, just like these people. Okay, why did this happen? Maybe because they are ignorant, not because they are evil. Okay, they did that because not because all these people. Look at how many people are there. Not because everyone is like, oh fuck, we need to kill puppies. It happens because all of them thought they are doing the right thing. Okay, these people are doing the right thing. Each one of them, their mom, their sisters, the girls, they agreed it's the right thing to do. That's what evil happens. You see? In the same way, we have, the wiping out of American Indians, or the Iraq War, 600,000 died. Okay, what you gonna do? What is it you are doing? What are you doing in 2004? What did you do to stop it? Okay, then today we have another great example of evil rising. That the name of that is social justice. They are very powerful. Okay, they are the most powerful, almost the most powerful group in USA right now. What the name they have? Social justice. That's their mantra, and they are doing, in my opinion, something. Their deeds, they are doing something similar to this. That's the rise. Okay, that's the rise of them. Okay, that's it for today. I was going to talk about the other musicals, the fantastic things, but I think we. Okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Uh, what are you saying, Leo Carter? What are you saying? So okay, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. If you like my stuff, buy my stuff. Okay, buy my stuff on my Excel website. Go to PayPal me, PayPal and Patreon. Okay, give me some money. And bye, guys.